fact, for me, Gurudev, I often say, just being in his company has taken so many years of negative karma coming to me. In the Bhagavad Gita it says, for a man of knowledge, you know, you can burn your karmas. What does that mean? When you have knowledge, you stop a certain action in your life that would create another reaction. So with knowledge, but how to use that knowledge? The only way to use that knowledge is to practice it on yourself. So what do? You sit with yourself in meditation. You sit with yourself in contemplation. You sit with yourself understanding these greatest values of life and asking yourself constantly, what am I searching to do in this life? What is my goal in life? Do I want to be right or do I want to be peaceful? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Would you like some water?
Yeah, no, it's
Okay. And that's the question to ask again and again. Because we live in a world where we always want to be right. But sometimes it's just so okay to be wrong and to be peaceful. And that's the question I kept on asking myself. If I was really right about something, then I knew the truth would always come out. Maybe not immediately, but with patience. And that's another thing I learned. With great patience, you can achieve a lot with your spiritual practice. You know, the problem is nowadays people take a few courses and they think they know it all. Our Gurudev used to say to us all the time, Nalanie, you know, people take these yoga classes, they think they can stand on their head and they can do this, and they think they know it all. And they go around strutting around with pride when they can just go on their head. What does it take to go on your head? And no peace. What's the point? To go stand on your head and have no peace. There's no point, is there? There's the Ramakrishna story that I love to tell. He had a student who practiced pranayama for 12 years. 12 years. Pranayama is a breathing practice. And with this breathing practice, you become very light. It's very possible. You see many people do this in India. If you go to India, you'll see many people can do these things. You become very light. Oh, that's how Jesus walked on water, by the way. You become very, very light. So this student of his was wanting to walk across the water. I want to walk across the water. I want to be able to walk across. And so for 12 years, he practiced breathing. After 12 years, he went to his master, Ramakrishna, great master. Ramakrishna, look at me, big-headed. I've been practicing for 12 years, and now I can walk across the water. And his master, ha, 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 why are you laughing, Ramakrishna? He says, I pay the boatman 1 anna to go across. Do you see the point? It's the ego. What are you in it for? To show people what a great yogi you are? What are you in it for? What are you in the spiritual path for? Are you in it? Remember, you have only one life to live in this body. You have many lives you will continue for eternity. Many, many. But if you don't work with your ego, you're going to stay stuck in fear. Because the personal ego, the one that wants to show everybody, look how great I am or how good I am, that one will make you very miserable. Why? Because when you don't get the praise, you will be upset. When you don't get your attention, you will be upset. Haven't you seen some of these children today? They get so much attention all the time that when they don't get it, they're spoiled brats. They do that with their iPhones. No, so many parents are coming to me now at the age of 12 or 13. Oh, I want an iPhone. I want an iPhone 7.
The age of 8.
8. Thank you. It's worse even.
My son's friends are below.
Yes, my grandchildren are telling me. And I said, well, your granny just got one and it's 60, and it was a gift from her son, 62, sorry. And it was a gift from her son. I said, so forget about those iPhones. You want it? You work, you earn it. What do you think? £600 just like this? You know, this is the kind of, and then they get in a bad mood because all their friends have it. So they end up unhappy. So I'm telling my granddaughters, look at your face. Who is the one that is unhappy? Who is the one that is unhappy? The one that wants all these things and nothing can make you happy. So the question you always have to ask in your life constantly, what do I want? If you say, oh, I really want all these material things and I really want them, you know what I would say? Get them. Get them as quickly as you can. Get everything you want as quickly as you can and see if it makes you happy. See if it makes you happy, but don't delay. That's what you really want. Go, set up a company, make your millions, and let me know after you've made your millions if it has made you happy or not. I said, but if you get your peace, then your millions are already made. You've already made them because you got your peace. And to live in this world for such a short period of time without peace is to live in hell. And that's another thing I saw. Another thing I learned from my master and my father. Both of them said to me very clearly, my father, when he was very sick with cancer, he had prostate cancer, he said, you know, Nalanie, don't think there is heaven and hell over there. Heaven and hell are on this earth. And your job is to make this earth your heaven. Because you go from love to love. Hell is also on this earth because you go from pain to pain. Because whatever you think at the moment of your death is where you will go. It's exactly where you'll go. So if your heart is full of love, which dimension will you go to? The vibration of love.